Hello, we're going on vacation this week with Moses. Are you excited? Vacations are more fun with friends, so let's meet the friends who'll be on this adventure with us for VBS this week.
Hi, everybody. It's Mr. Matt. I'm going to be coming at you every single day with our Bible memory makers, which are going to be a different animal each day of the week. And together we'll learn our key Bible points and a little bit about God and also some animal facts as well. I hope you enjoy our time together.
Friends, I'm Miss Chris, and I'm inviting you to come join me on the adventures of the wilderness escape from Moses's tent. We're going to hear 5 different amazing stories of Moses leading God's people, the Israelites, out of captivity from Egypt. There's some great, true, and wholesome stories that we're going to share, and I hope you'll come and join us. We're going to have these very special caps that you get to wear. They're called our imagination caps. So we are going to imagine that we are there with them and experiencing exactly what they experienced and trusting God all along the way. So I hope you'll join me. Come on in for the fun. Bye-bye.
Hello, my name is Anna, and I am so excited. This week, I'm going to be introducing you guys to some of my friends, and we're going to be sharing some awesome stories about God's love and how He guides us every single day.
Everybody, Miss Kaylee here. I have some fun arts and crafts activities planned for us this week. So each day you see me, make sure to get out your art supplies and get ready to have some fun.
We are so excited for you to join us on this year's VBS adventure. Grab your pack and let's get ready to have some fun.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mr. Matt. And this week, together, we are going to learn about how God is working in our lives with the help of our Bible memory makers. All week long, we get to visit with Moses and hear about his exciting adventure leading God's people. Moses led the Israelites through some hard, scary times when they had to trust that God was right there with them, looking out for them. Today, we'll learn that God is with us, so trust God. Whenever you hear someone say the first part of today's Bible point, God is with us, so you finish the Bible point by saying, trust God. When we trust God, we hold on to Him. God will never let us down. Let's try practicing that together real quick. God is with us, so trust God. One more time. God is with us, so you got it. Trust God. God is with us every step of the way. Trust God. Open up the Bible to today's verse. In the Bible book of Exodus, chapter 3, verse 12, God made this promise. God answered, I will be with you. Each day at Wilderness Escape, we'll get to know a Bible memory maker who will help us remember our Bible verses and Bible points. Today's Bible memory maker is a mouse named Mo. First, let's learn a bit about mice. Mice can be found pretty much anywhere around the world. They typically weigh less than an ounce. They make nests in small cracks or burrow in the ground to make tunnels. They have excellent senses of smell, sight, and hearing. They eat seeds and other plant material. And they're afraid of anything that's bigger than they are, which is basically just about every animal, including humans. Sometimes we're afraid of things we face, just like mice. When we feel that way, we need to remember God's promise. God answered, I will be with you. Repeat the Bible verse. God answered, I will be with you. When we feel small and unimportant, powerless to change things around us, Mo will help us remember that God is with us. So, that's right. Trust God. Well, that's it for today, guys. I hope you have a great week at Wilderness Escape.
There were times we were so afraid, so many years we had lost our way, but we would hold on to your promise. Your mighty hand would deliver us, a guiding light through the wilderness, and we would hold on to your promise. You said, I am the rock that you stand on. I am your light and salvation. I will never ever let you go. I am the God who redeemed you. I
Ephraim. Oh, where is that girl? You, weren't you chasing a donkey across the river with her earlier? No? She's got to be around here somewhere.
Mother, why are you shouting? You don't have to call on the whole encampment.
My sweet baby girl, Ephraim. Oh, there you are. I got so worried when I lost track of you.
Mother, please. I don't want to miss all the excitement. We're free, Mother. We're finally free from the Egyptians.
I know, but with our toes in the Red Sea and the Egyptian army breathing down our backs, I thought for sure we wouldn't make it. I thought Moses would lead us here to die.
Did you see it, Mother? The wind blew all night, and the sea just parted, and the ground was as dry as Great-Grandma Rachel's bread. If you've ever had Great-Grandma Rachel's bread, you would know that it tastes like dust in your mouth. And
Ephraim, hundreds of Egyptian chariots were right behind you. I was worried, and after we crossed, when Moses stretched his hands over the water and the waters rushed back in, well, I thought you had drowned, and you know you have never been the best swimmer.
Mother, God was with us. God was with us during the flies, the frogs, and the boils. And he was with us when the angel of death passed by. And he was here for us now with the Egyptians.
Well, at least most of them.
Moses!
What do you mean, most of the Egyptians?
Well, if you look around closely, you'll see that some of them fled Pharaoh along with us. A wise move, if you ask me. But don't worry, Zippah. They're not in charge of you anymore. You are free.
Moses, how did you do that? That thing with your staff? And the water and the wind?
As you said, Ephraim, God was with us, and we can trust him. Now, if I've heard correctly, there's a big celebration taking place somewhere around here. What happened to the music?
You all can dance and celebrate. I'm going to find my sister, my mother, my father. We're free!
Parents are so embarrassing.
All right.
Triumph gloriously, the horse and rider thrown into the sea. I will sing unto the Lord, for he is triumph gloriously, the horse and rider thrown into the sea. The Lord my God, my strength, my song, has now become my victory. The Lord my God, my strength, my song, has now become my victory. The Lord is God and I will praise him, my Father is God and I will exalt him. The Lord is God and I will praise him, my Father is God and I will exalt him. I will sing unto the Lord, for he is triumph gloriously, the horse and rider thrown into the sea. I will sing unto the Lord, for he is triumph gloriously, the horse and rider thrown into the sea. The Lord my God, my strength, my song, has now become my victory. The Lord my God, my strength, my song, has now become my victory. The Lord is God and I will praise him, my Father is God and I will exalt him. The Lord is God and I will praise him, my Father is God and I will exalt him. I will exalt him. I will exalt him.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Moses' Tent of the Wilderness Escape. I'm Miss Chris, and I will be your Holy Land Adventure Guide this week. Because you are there, and I am here, we really need to put on our faith-filled imagination caps and listen closely. You will find your hat in your VBS bag, and it looks like this, but yours is going to be white. So let's get started. Remember, because we are virtual, you can pause the video at any time to discuss things or ask questions with your parents, siblings, or anybody who you're watching with. This week, we will explore adventures from the Old Testament readings in the Bible of the ancient desert wilderness where Moses led God's people, the Israelites, on an amazing journey. First, who was Moses, you ask? Well, many may know him either as the baby in the basket, hidden by his mother in the reeds of the Nile River, found by King Pharaoh's daughter, and raised in the king's palace, who was later instructed by God to confront the Egyptian king leader and demand the release of God's people, the Israelites. Moses was a teacher and a leader chosen by God in the 13th century, who stepped out in extraordinary faith and guided millions of people into a life that only they could imagine. So this week we will learn about what it was like to watch God move in the lives of his chosen people, the Israelites. From their time of captivity in Egypt, the defeating enemies in battle, to receiving the 10 Commandments, which are a set of biblical laws set by God himself. Through it all, God was in charge, and he spoke to his people through Moses. So this week, we hope to understand what Moses endured as the Israelites complained and whined their way through the wilderness escape journey. It seemed that no matter how many mighty works that God performed for them, the Israelites second-guessed and grumbled about their fate. And it was Moses that they complained to. He loved them and they could trust him even when they complained. For Moses, imagine trusting God so completely that you go before the powerful and the most often ruthless leader of Egypt, King Pharaoh, and ask for the release of God's people, the Israelites. So trusting God so much that you go before the king 10 times with the same request and witness how God protects his people from the horrible consequences he brought down on Egypt until they release them from captivity. Envision when God says go, you go. You lead your people out of Egypt, where they have been for over 400 years, and you lead them into an unknown wilderness. Well, Moses was human and sometimes hesitant, but he did do as God commanded. He trusted God for his help, to provide for, and to save his people. We too can trust God, just as Moses did. Today our Bible point is God is with you, so, and when I say that, you respond, trust God. Let's try it. God is with us, so trust God. All right, good job. Awesome. I think you got it. As we hear about the Israelites crossing the Red Sea, it's a miracle that's exciting enough for any modern day movie. Led by Moses, nearly 2 million Israelites fled Egypt after enduring over 400 years of captivity and slavery. During this time, God guided them by a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. We can only imagine what that would have looked like. You can see here in the picture. Yet, within days, the people found themselves backed against the sea with mountains on two sides and an army enraged Egyptians bearing down on them from the other. They soon began to complain and whine, saying, "It would have been better for us to have remained captive and served the Egyptians than to die in this desert." Moses tried everything to calm them down and to help them see the miracles of God all throughout the journey, reassuring them to hang in there. God's here. Just stand still and watch for God to rescue us today. As he spoke, he would raise his staff, like this one. A mighty wind blew, and the waters parted, literally parted, with a wall of water on each side as dry land appeared before them to be able to cross the sea, reaching the other side without any trouble. As the last one crossed and made it to the shore, the waters then filled in, and the army was close behind, was soon nowhere to be found because the waters had closed in. Have you ever felt like the Israelites, up against a situation that you could not see a way out or around, like facing maybe overwhelming odds? Think of a time such as this. There's no way out, stuck to suffer and panic, but felt God's power really take flight. Many times I felt God's power move within me, like when I sing and worship on Sunday mornings. That truly is God. God is with you too, so trust God. Just as he was with his people, showing them the way. God hears our cries and does not leave us to face our challenges alone. He is always with us, parting the water and setting the path before us. All he asks is that we be still, trust, and wait for his perfect timing. We may not see a pillar of cloud or fire like the Israelites did, but we can see and witness God's hand in every part of our life, every day. Sensing God's presence always and taking steps forward in an incredible journey of faith. Because God is with us, so trust God. We have had hard times, and we are so glad knowing that God is with us. Be sure to set aside your faith-filled imagination cap for tomorrow. You can decorate it any way you want based on our totally true adventures that you hear today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow for another totally true Bible adventure of Moses and God's chosen people. Let's pray now and we can end our time together. God, you are so amazing. Thank you for always being with us. Thank you for loving us so much. We love you too. Amen. Bye for now.
Shalom Havarim, Shalom Havarim, Shalom, Shalom. Till we meet again, till we meet again. Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Havarim, Shalom Havarim, Shalom, Shalom. Till we meet again, till we meet again. Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Havarim, Shalom Havarim, Shalom, Shalom. Till we meet again, till we meet again. Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Havarim, Shalom Havarim, Shalom, Shalom. Till we meet again, till we meet again. Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Havarim, Shalom Havarim, Shalom, Shalom. Till we meet again, till we meet again. Shalom, 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 Shalom.
Hi friends, Miss Kaylee here. This week, every day when you see me in the video, it means it's craft time. So for today's craft, our very first craft of VBS, we are going to make simple sandals. So in your bag, you will see a bag full of craft materials. Every day when we do our craft section, we will need that bag of materials handy, so it has all of your materials that you will need. There will also be some additional materials along the way, such as markers, maybe scissors, so make sure you have basic simple art supplies close by at hand as well. So, sandals were worn very early in biblical history. During Bible times, sandals were sometimes used as proof of legal exchange, like money is now. However, sandals weren't always appropriate for people to wear, and other times sandals were specifically called for. God even created the Israelites' sandals and clothes to not wear out during the entire 40-year journey. Today, we are going to make sandals to remind us of how amazing God is. So take out the craft bag that I was telling you about, and you will need your simple sandals that look like this, markers, and if you happen to have some stickers or gems around, feel free to use those as well. So go ahead and open your sandals. Open mine up. And you will notice in your sandals, there are these lines. That's what we're going to use to make this look like a sandal, because right now it doesn't look much like a sandal. So before we do that, take your sandals and take your markers, and you can color or draw whatever you want on your sandals. So I'm going to draw a heart, draw a smiley face, I'm gonna draw something on the other shoe. Let's write trust God. Draw some stars. Whatever you want to draw. You can draw on both sides of your shoe. So one side is going to be the bottom of the shoe and one side is going to be the part that you wear. So this is going to be the bottom, the part that has these words on it. And then the part that doesn't have the words on it is going to be the part that you wear. So you can draw on both sides. It's totally up to you, whatever you want to do. You can leave it blank, however you want to do it. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this side of the shoe, the rounded side here, and you're going to pull this foam piece out like this. So now we have it separated, just like that. Now at the bottom, you also have this piece here that separates. So go ahead and separate that piece. And what we're going to do is we're going to stretch this back piece all the way up, and it's going to connect this piece in the front. Just like that. So now your shoe looks more like a flip-flop. So see, on this one I didn't decorate the part that you wear, but I decorated the bottom. I'll do the other shoe. Do the same thing. Pull it all the way up and hook. And this one I decorated both parts a little bit. So now you have two shoes that you can wear. If you have stickers and gems, you could use those to put around this part that you would wear. Probably not on the part you would wear, but you can put it around the outside edge. And then feel free to wear your sandals just like the Israelites did. Now you have sandals that can help you remember that God is with us, so trust God. Do you trust God? I know I do. I hope you had a great first day, and I look forward to spending the rest of the week with you doing crafts. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Hi, everyone. I'm sure you've noticed by now that there's a tube of mini M&Ms in your VBS bag. While this is a fun treat for you to enjoy with your parents' permission, it can also be used to help other kids in our community. How? Well, if you grab some of your pocket change, you'll be able to see that quarters fit perfectly in your M&M tube. Once you've eaten your M&Ms, of course. If you collect quarters from around your house, from your family, your change jar, your tube can hold about $12 worth of quarters. Now, if you fill that tube and bring it to us here at First Pres, we will be collecting money for our mission to buy school supplies for the local Farragut Elementary School. Wouldn't it be so cool to be able to help kids in our community? So with your guardian's permission, enjoy these M&Ms and keep an eye out for quarters. Hey, you know what that makes me think of? God sightings. God sightings are when you see an example of God's love or someone doing God's work. In helping our mission with your quarters, you're doing God's work. Have you had a God sighting this week? Maybe a family member helped you out, or you felt extra loved, or something happened that you were very grateful for. In your supply pack, you'll find these stickers of footprints. This week, I'm going to check in every day and ask if you've had a God sighting, and ask you to write it on one of these stickers. Can you think of one for today? Take a minute to think about it, and I hope you enjoy the next song.
Guide me, won't you guide me all the way. Guide me, won't you guide me all the way. Guide me, oh, thou great Jehovah, pilgrim through this barren land. I am weak, but thou art mighty. Hold me with thy powerful hand. Bread of heaven, feed me till I want no more. Feed me till I want no more. Guide me, won't you guide me all the way. Guide me, oh, thou great Jehovah, pilgrim through this barren land. I am weak, but thou art mighty. Hold me with thy powerful hand. Bread of heaven, feed me till I want no more. Feed me till I want no more. Bread of heaven, feed me till I want no more. Feed me till I want no more. Guide me, won't you guide me all the way. Guide me, won't you guide me all the way.
We learned so much today. We learned about the Israelites crossing the Red Sea, and we met Mo, who taught us to remember God is with us, so trust God. We hope you had a great first day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.